Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
To me, man. You mean, when you stop talking, I start talking. I mean, what is this cue time crap? You know?
You gotta wait for the cue.
Well, I've waited for a lot of things, but I've never waited for a cue.
It's pretty far down the line to be waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You're on.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, take two. Hey, it's good to be back with you. The Brown Beauty is back on duty, on the air and everywhere from the community to the world. That's right. It's me, Jesse T, in person, right here in the studio with my main man. That was Lee, yelling at me again, getting mad at me because, he's got to keep me straight. Somebody's got to keep me straight on the point. Yeah, that's right. And he's my left-wing liberal lunatic nut, but I love him. And I'm a right-wing conservative crazy man, and that's why we love each other so much. Yes, you can get that in writing. And take that to the bank and see how much money you can get on that. No. Hey, can I borrow $20?
No.
Oh, darn it, man. I guess I'm going to be Flintstoning at home. Barney Rubble style, right? Hey, Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero. That's where we're broadcasting live right now, and on our home base at www.thepowerofvoices.com. And that's where we radiate from all over the radio world, online and on AM and FM transmitters, and to Jupiter and Andromeda and back. It's amazing. SETI, watch out. We are there. And also Instagram Live, as well as YouTube channel, Jesse Terrero, and Google Plus and Pinterest and Reddit and Diggy and Twitter and LinkedIn and Periscope and all those other places. That's right. And in your pants, baby. I'm radiating in your pants. Down the 405 freeway. Oh, wait a second. I got myself sidetracked there for a second. I was enjoying the 405. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Excuse me. When you get to be my age, you try to have as much fun as you can because you just don't have fun anymore. Hey, we've got a great guest in here as I kind of goof around here. And we've got some guy way off to the right over there. You can see him already. Forget about him. There's this beautiful lady here. Of course, that's who the great guest is. No one, go away. Just, she's our guest today. And that's Katie Whalen. Katie Whalen. I like saying that name. It's Katie Whalen. In this corner. Did I do it right?
But it's Wallen.
I like Whalen.
Well, too bad.
Can we go Whalen, Wallen?
Not really. It's Wall End.
We can't go
It
Whalen,
doesn't even make
Wallen?
sense that you'd get to Whalen. There's no H. There's not one L.
Hey, look it. I've been screwing
Hey,
up.
look at this whale. Oh, it's a wall.
Jeez, I thought it was a whale.
Yeah.
I've been screwing
all these years, and you've been looking at a wall and thought it was a whale.
I'm telling you, the things I do to bastardize the English language, it's horrendous. Yeah, so I know that. And some people still look at me, what are you saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I just say what I say, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get it right cross, and sometimes I have to run really fast away. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, all right, let's take 2,468.
Open mouth, that's what you're suffering from.
Yes. Yeah, well, okay. In this corner, ladies and gentlemen, standing 5'6" tall, 119 pounds. It's the new world champion of film, TV, writing and directing, Katie Wallen.
Hey. Yeah. There you go.
Katie Wallen. Did I get it right now?
Yeah.
Did I make up
Love
for
it?
A little bit,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
a little bit right.
Okay, I don't do dishes, okay? Thank you. All right. And we've got the very esteemed actor, director, writer, all-around great filmmaker who lives in another part of the country and makes the best darn films that you could ever have. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. You really don't have to be in the mecca of New York, Hollywood, or anywhere to make great product and great films. And that's really cool that you've grasped that idea. And we're talking about the man who's going to be out there at the Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
Oh, baby! On the Chinese. That's right. And we're talking about Harley Davidson. Wait. No, not Harley Davidson. Not Harley Davidson. No,
It's Whalen. No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta watch out.
I shouldn't do this. I'm indulging this completely.
Yeah.
Yes, you are totally.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just you're feeding the fire here. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing.
I am, yeah.
All right, that's right. Well, you know, look at, it's Harley Wallen, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't have to give him the in the corner announcing job because this is a surprise. I was going to tell you guys. I can't mess around with this guy too much because you know he was an MMA fighter and yeah, he fought professionally and he was a champion in his country. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's quite a few different martial arts in Sweden and in Europe, and then coming over here.
Yeah.
Had my final fight in the States, which is
I
it's
saw
pretty
that
cool.
on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
The final fight.
Yeah.
You had this kind of hairdo kind of thing, which is a
Yeah.
little bit different. Do
Yeah.
you remember? Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah,
It's
I've
kind of
seen it.
Well, it's like what? No,
the lack of hair.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I like
For
that.
my fights, I like not having hair.
Yeah, that was like kind of cool, you know, and I have to be very careful. Yes, so I'm being very conservative and Christian-like.
You excited about tomorrow night?
Oh,
You're
man!
coming. You're hanging out with us.
I'm gonna hang out.
Having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be on the red carpet at the world famous Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, across from the El Capitan, just down the street from the old Masonic Hall, where Jimmy Kimmel does his live show every night. And it's just down the street from the corner where the stars and are walking, you know, everywhere. There's so many stars on the street, except they're laid in cement. There used to be stars actually walking
Yeah.
the street in
Yeah.
Hollywood at one time. Really, there
Yeah.
was. That's what, because that's the part of you. That's where it was at.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now they're just laid out in cement. You know,
Yeah.
So, you know, but that's
now you have
okay.
to find them at the bar.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously. So we got this cool movie. We're going to play a trailer of it here in a little bit. When Lee comes back, Lee. Hi, Lee. We're going to play a trailer, Lee. It's okay.
I don't have a trailer.
Oh, okay. We'll get it. It's Betrayed. It's on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
You know what?
What?
I'm kicking you out of the
But we've got this great new movie and this great new project. You're part of it too, right?
Yeah,
So it's like a whole family affair, isn't it?
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
And it's called Betrayal or Betrayed. Betrayed
with a D, yeah.
And I saw the trailer, and it's very cool how you put that together with the budgetary functions that you had to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have $100 million to put this thing together.
No, it's not that big of a budget. So it took a lot to get the quality that I feel that we got out of it.
Yeah.
But you know, when you start with a good story and you go for good, well-trained actors that fit the role, I think you're going to end up with really amazing things most of the time.
And you see, here's the cool thing about this. He doesn't live in Hollywood or Los Angeles or the San Fernando Valley, where the mecca
No.
of filmmaking and TV making, and New York and all these big, huge places where there's studios galore. He lives in a part of the country. I'm not going to say if he wants to, it's up to him.
Oh, yeah.
But he lives in a part of the country where it's not really known for great movie making facilities and stuff. But yet, that kind of breaks the rule, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I live in Michigan, and we film in and around Detroit primarily, and we had fantastic film incentives in Michigan, and we had Batman versus Superman, Transformers, all these films were coming in, but they weren't really using the local talent as much. So really good actors would get a couple of lines in a big movie,
Right.
and that was it. So it's been really nice because they pulled the incentives, and we have a lot of really talented people on both sides of the camera, and it's just nice to see that we have the quality of people.
Which one is it? What we're picking? That one? Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a second. So, but that kind of breaks the rule, though. It breaks
Yeah.
the mold because, you know, all the actors and actresses that come all out to Los Angeles and Hollywood because that's where they feel they're going to have the biggest shot, the agents and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But yet, that's not true. Like in your case, though, of course, you come from an entertainment family and you're part of this idea, but still, you don't have to come out here and starve like an actor
Right.
to actually get film time and build credit lists and make that happen for yourself. I mean, what has that experience been like?
And being able to contact these people and letting them see
It helps.
it
though.
helps.
So
I mean, it
can-
helps to be here.
Yeah,
and
but-
obviously we're here for a premiere,
Right.
which we've been the prior 5 feature films. We've had our premieres back in Michigan,
Right.
and that has been awesome. But it's nice to be here, and I remember saying, "Do we have enough people to come out and support this kind of event?"
Yeah, come on,
and it was
man.
crazy because a month ago, Joe goes, Harley, we can't have any more people coming.
Yeah, Big Joe, baby.
We're at capacity.
Yeah, I know.
Joe.
Joe's the best.
Dude. Joe is amazing.
I know
he
he
is. I think he's Superman. He finds ways to just overcome at all times, and it's inspiring.
Yeah, Big Joe Williamson, man, great agency, and the nicest guy. But man, he gets his people work and gets them noticed and gets them. Great guy. You're with a good crew there.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, we actually just went to the Lucky Strike Film Festival.
Yes, that's right.
And it was really amazing.
And you got an award.
I did. She got an
You
award.
got
I got an award.
My
It was
goodness.
like awards for. And the funny, I got to tell this story. This is going to be a
They
little,
gave me
little
an award.
embarrassing.
They gave me an award.
Oh, yeah?
Stay the hell away.
That's the warning.
Yes.
I know.
So we came in, and I don't know why. Because I had a couple people that wanted to come. They were all out of tickets, and they were at capacity. So,
Right.
But I wasn't sure if they were legitimately out of tickets and whatever else.
Right.
So I didn't really think I was going to have a shot at winning anything. So we went up in the balcony in the VIP section and had a couple of drinks and sat around and had a good time.
It's always good to have a couple of drinks.
And suddenly,
before you get an award, it's always
Right.
good. Thank you very much for
That's
this.
exactly what you need.
Yeah, honey. Yeah. Oh, it looks pretty good.
well, the problem is I'm sitting there with a glass of wine and I hear them announcing my wife's name.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, God, I got to make it from the balcony onto the stage now, which is going to take like 4 minutes. And we're going to have to do the wait, hold on. Oh, man.
Yeah. So you were doing the old Hertz commercials with that unnamed gentleman that I don't talk about anymore, how he was jumping over luggage and stuff, right?
Yep.
You were doing one of those things,
I mean,
right?
I wanted to get down because I already knew. I'm like, this is going to take a bit because it was that capacity. He wasn't
That's
joking.
funny.
They were full.
Yeah, it's a mind blower when you do something like a film and you work on it. You see, we do this every day and we get the response quickly or we don't get the response quickly. And frankly, I only have 5 viewers and 5 listeners. So, I'm down to 3. I got 2 more. Actually, I got 1. It was 2 midgets, so they equal 1. So anyway, but when you're doing a film or you're writing a book or a script, something that has a delayed reaction to it by the time you get out in the public and get it going, you've lived with this for so long. See, this is over with, man. I do this right now. I blow it out, and I'm gone, and I'm on to the next thing. Yeah. It's gone, right?
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I'm running down the street after the show, but but nevertheless, that's a different feel, isn't it? And to get an award and see the audience respond, how does that feel?
Well, I think the first thing is the delayed response is interesting because by the time it comes out so other people can see it, I can't even see it that way anymore.
Right.
So I have lost all of my innocence to watching this as an audience.
Right.
So I have no idea what the response is going to be. It's like you're cooking all this food and then they haven't even taken an order.
Right.
So I have no idea. They're going to like this. I'm looking in this stew here and I'm like, I hope they like this.
Right.
And then you walk it out. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you made something, but you have to remember you're not making it so that everybody loves your movie. But what you want to do is take an audience on a ride, and that's my favorite. If you want to do me a favor when you come to one of my screenings, don't go bathroom. Don't sit on your phone.
Right.
Just actually watch the movie.
Right.
That's the biggest compliment that any of us out there can really have.
And when you're tasting his cooking at home,
good.
is it good? Is his cooking?
It's good.
Yeah, he's a good cook.
He's a good cook.
All right, so that means he makes good films because good cookers make good films.
Right.
Seriously. That's an old cliche. I mean, if you can make it in the bacon, you can make it in the film because, it takes ingredients. It takes a little bit of this. It takes some know-how. It takes, when to put something in, when to take something out, and that kind of stuff in that respect. But sometimes it doesn't taste too good, but this stuff's pretty good, huh?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, how are you feeling about that? Because, being a couple in the industry and, doing this together, I mean, you guys got to be at wits with each other sometimes, are you? I mean, it's like,
I think we had a discussion in that direction about a role at one point.
Oh, yeah? Wait a minute. Hey, there's two of us and one of him. Okay, I'll defend you. Okay.
Oh no, she won an award for the role. She ended up with the one I wanted for her.
Yeah.
Not the one that she wanted for her.
Oh. Well, it sometimes happens that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, though, it's, us.
We're a team.
Yeah,
We're a
well,
really good team.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like we try to help each other be better people every day.
Yeah.
And
Right.
as actors, we're doing the same thing in acting and filmmaking
Right.
and
Yeah.
producing and directing, all of it, because
I get to
you're.
run my lines with a pro every time.
We both
that's
run,
kinda
yeah,
cool.
both of us
Yeah.
every day. It's
I
like
didn't think of it like
we-
that. Right.
I mean, we have a love for each other, obviously, outside
Right.
of the film, but it really brings our relationship to another level when you can bring that passion and that love for the film and each other into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
into the picture.
When he really does something like what I do to Mama T, right? When I do something and I end up, getting, in trouble. I sometimes get in trouble, not too often, but but you guys, when he gets in trouble with you, I mean, and you got a role coming up, and it's like you're like the huntress, right? I mean, I'd love to see that on that rehearsal going, man. 'Cause,
There's been times that he's had to
seriously.
help me get to places that are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
there's
he's-
times to get out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But one thing that because a lot of people are like, oh, with the, how do you handle him being a director when he's your husband? It's
Right.
like the same way I handle him as my husband.
Right. Right.
Like I said, we try to teach each other to be better people
Right.
every day. But with acting, if I need constructive criticism, he will give it to me whether I want to hear it or not.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's kind of cool to have that that straightforwardness, right? Straight to
Yeah.
the
I
point.
mean, both of us work on our craft very hard and
Right.
take it very serious. We would never give any kind of critical unless it really meant I see something that
Right.
you can work on, and it goes both ways. She's told me too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and it happens that you're off. You sometimes as an actor, you're just a little bit off, and it doesn't go right.
yeah. You know when you're on. You
Yeah.
know if you've done this
Yeah.
for any length of time, you know when you're hitting it, and you know when you're not.
Most of the time, you do. I've been to auditions where I was like, wow, that was amazing. They loved
Yeah.
me, and
Right.
I'm definitely getting this. And you walk around and you're like, woo.
Yeah.
And then you never hear from them again. And you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I've walked out going, I bombed that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, on to the next thing. And then they're like, so we would like you for,
Yeah.
like, how?
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is very
That's
weird.
weird. That's just weird how the world works, like cosmic works
but
like that.
it's like with anything else.
Yeah.
I remember I shot a short film
Yeah.
named Freedom, and I played a psychiatrist.
Right.
And
I could see
later
that.
on in the movie, he ended up killing a patient that
Right.
he thought was the killer. And I remember going to a shrink at one point, and,
Right.
and they're very, very even key.
Oh man,
like they
totally.
barely flinch.
Right. There's like calm water.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I played it like that, and then I asked the director if I could look at it, and it was really uninteresting
To you.
to me.
Right.
And I was like, I want to reshoot my side of that scene at least, or both, or whatever.
Right.
So we hustled it around and shot the scene again, and I just made a different choice as an actor
Right.
for it to match on later with
Right.
me erupting and killing
Right.
a patient.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Because you shoot
so-
out a sequence.
Yes.
Yeah, you
so
don't- you
sometimes
never
you
know-
just
yeah,
you forget how you got there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But that's a good example on missing the mark, and it was still truthful, still believable, but it was just not interesting.
So this movie, Betrayed,
Yeah,
this is the one that you've won the awards for, and this is the one that's getting played at all the festivals and things like that, right? And
yeah. We had a short festival run, but it's been incredibly successful so far.
You're going to be at AFM.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
The film will be readily available everywhere October 2nd.
Okay.
so you'll be able to walk right into a Walmart or a Kmart.
So you
just
got
buy
your
it right off the
distribution
shelf.
lined up already.
Yeah,
that part
yeah.
of
It's
it.
been
Good.
phenomenal. We have
Wow, that's
Vision
How did
and
you do that?
Sony.
How did you get that so quick? 'Cause some people die for that stuff.
You know what? I think we've released
what's
a
the
couple
formula?
of good. I think go back to having
Wait a minute,
the right
she's
cast
smiling
and
over
crew.
here.
Well,
She's
it's
got a secret.
No, it's a secret.
It's a system.
It's a secret. It's
Oh,
a system, but it's a secret.
I mean, you can't give us a secret
It's the
sauce. No secret. You
There's
can
that
run it like
special ingredient.
Kentucky Fried Chicken secret
Right.
sauce,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
No, I think back to the whole thing of do we have a good story?
Right.
And then do you have good acting?
Right.
And have we captured it properly? And if you do that, I think you have a formula for something special. And I generally bring in a couple of notable names so that the audience they recognize a few people in the film because it helps them, kind of not have that jarring.
It's always good to have an
experience.
anchor store.
Absolutely.
You always want to have a Target or a Walmart, and then you can have the barber shop and the
mom and pop.
But you got to have that Walmart.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. Well, yeah, okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
right. Bass Pro Hunting and Fishing, where they sell guns.
And you recognize them. Yeah, right.
You darn right I do. Cabela's. Yeah, Turner's. Yeah. I'm a Second Amendment guy. So what can I tell you? Last time he was in here, I don't know if he told you, we had a roundabout going. Something that we were doing then. We're not doing that anymore. But we had a roundabout going, and I had.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. We were laying down some really, really, heavy duty stuff, right? And a mix up of. Progressives and conservatives and whatnot,
free ballers,
free balling, yeah, right. And he comes in and we just start. And I had no idea that his political views were a little bit different than mine. And had I known that, man, I would have just zeroed in on you, man. I would just, you and I would have had a great time.
Yeah.
It would have been a great time. That I didn't know that because it would have been great.
Well, I don't think that we're that different.
No.
I think it's the approach to how we get there. It can be a little different because I'm
a bit caustic at times.
I'm a gun owner and I'm a Second Amendment fan as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not a free for all fan.
Yeah,
that scares me.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So set up Betrayed. We've got. Yeah. Do we have it lined up, ready to go? Well, I want to play this a couple times before we before we end, and also talk a little bit about what's happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And so we can get some people out there. It's going to be packed anyway. I guarantee.
We're over capacity.
Yeah,
at this point.
So
it's
about.
Going to be a great red carpet. It's going to be so much fun.
Is it? Are you looking for it?
Yeah.
She just got dressed today, and let me tell you,
Knock you out?
it's worth the price of admission.
Lord,
just to come and watch that.
I mean, I always ask people for $25. I mean, I'm going to have to give you $25. Jesus, I'll tell you what, Lee, can I borrow $25? I already asked for 20. See, I'm trying to get some money from him.
Yeah, we should watch a trailer.
Let's watch the trailer. Okay, thank you. God, keep me on cue, will you? Jeez.
Take two.
We really need to go. It's late and...
Whatever, dude. Don't worry about it.
They found another body in the dumpster.
Getting bad out there.
At this moment, we have no more information.
Help me, please.
My daughter's best friend is missing.
I've activated a task force.
3 young teenagers were abducted. Are you thugs? The chief and I were taking too much heat because you didn't keep your promise.
Mr. Mayor, are you aware of any ties?
There's no evidence of any of our donors being associated to these abductions.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I'm going to shut down the Russians.
The mayor has asked that I not do business with you anymore.
Oh my God!
Did you get any messages from my daughter this morning?
Well, she just vanished.
I don't like this.
I think the Russians took her.
I can get all kinds of money, please. You don't need to do this.
You know what these animals do to girls? Just find her.
This is Detroit, not Chicago. I am not going down with you.
Can't have the cartel and the Russians both picking our girls up off our streets.
Wow, man, I'm telling you, that's insane. That is really,
Thank
really
you.
crazy. I
it's
love
my favorite trailer we've ever done.
I love the fact that John Savage is in here, and Billy Wirth and Tyson is in here.
Richard Tyson,
and
yeah.
It's very, very cool in that respect. Yeah, I got no sound in here, but that's okay.
Add TJ Storm to that, and
TJ's great,
and Blanca Blanco had a great performance.
I'd like to see Savage and Blanca Blanco act together because in real life they're a couple.
Absolutely.
So she's
great
stunning.
people too.
She's stunning.
Great
You got a nice
humans.
cast.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And
how did you get all these great people? I mean, did you just call them up, their agents, and say, "Hey, hey, this is Harley. Will you be in my film in Michigan?" Well, how did you do this?
I try to kind of bribe them by getting them the script first because I believe that the story is so worth telling.
Right.
And then I like them to see some of my prior work so they know
that you're not
it's going to be a great performance.
Right.
It's going to be a great film. I'm going to make you look good.
Right.
And I think that's if I was an icon like John Savage or Richard Tyson or Billy Wirth, that's what I'd want. I want to look and say, is this a great story? Is it going to suck me in and take me for a ride? And is this character interesting and engaging and is it memorable?
Yeah.
And that's what I try to offer them,
right.
and that's how I get them to fly all the way up to Michigan and hang out with me for
very cool, man,
a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got great shots. You got great locations up there in Detroit.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
I mean, you got buildings crumbling. You got new buildings being built because it's all of a sudden become like an IT place now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a lot of IT industries going in there replacing all the old automobile companies.
It's really funny too because that when they switched from the film incentives, that's where the incentives went. Was to the tech side.
Yeah, and it's cool. You talked about the incentives the state gives filmmakers because they want to get some of that revenue, and that's the runaway stuff out of California. That our governor Moonbeam, Airhead Brown, and also Gruesome Newsom. You're not going to win. John Cox is going to win. Gruesome Newsom, no way, man. You're going to take us off into the drink. The state doesn't get it. We're losing all this business here.
I think you're keeping the money, but you're losing the films.
Oh, the films are gone.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Atlanta, New Orleans,
films
Ohio.
Are gone. Films are gone. They don't make films anymore. Commercials, cable shows.
You need a permit to apply for a permit here.
Yeah,
and I think that's you know what I mean. That makes it a little bit complicated as a filmmaker.
That's a Monty Python skit, right? Like the argument room.
Yes. I like that 5-minute argument. Right, John, please.
3 minute. 3 minute argument.
No, I said 5.
5 what?
5 minutes.
Minutes
for an argument.
An argument? Right? Yeah, I mean, I can do the whole thing with you because I grew up with that.
Oh,
that
too,
and Benny Hill. Do you know
Benny Hill was hilarious too.
Benny Hill.
That wouldn't work in today's world.
Can you imagine the old man with Benny Hill?
Somebody would be very offended. I think a lot of people would be. You know, the sad part is by running around being incredibly offended all the time, you miss out on so much fun.
I know, you really do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there are things that are offensive.
Yeah.
And I understand we shouldn't be grading this stuff because people are sensitive. But at the end of the day, man, if we could be a little less sensitive, that would be great.
A little less sensitive? How about a lot less sensitive, man? The society in America has lost its sense of humor.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It really has just lost its sense of humor about things, and guys like Benny Hill and Monty Python. Monty Python could still pull it off.
Oh God!
But Benny Hill couldn't.
No,
that would be
It would be like the juggalos jumping on trampolines. Like that would not fly today either. The Man Show.
The Man Show.
I remember that.
You remember the Man Show?
Yeah.
He got in trouble for that recently. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were talking, and they were like, "He's a hypocrite because he used to do this."
That's
just like, no, he's not. He was
a comedian.
Absolutely. And we have to be lighthearted about some of this stuff.
You know how he got that gig, that gambling gig at halftime in the football? That's where Jimmy Kimmel first came up. He replaced Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek was the odds maker out of Vegas and a world famous odds maker for 50 years, Jimmy the Greek. And he did all the books in Vegas and for the outfit and all that stuff. I mean, he was the little halftime, what's the odds of a long ball pass? What's the odds that they're going to he'd be laying these odds out. And then he said some disparaging things about African-American athletes with regards to their hips, that they run different and these kinds of things. They fired him. NBC fired him. And then Jimmy Kimmel he was the next one that replaced Jimmy the Greek. You remember Jimmy the Greek? He got that was the end. That was the end of him.
Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel was the one that replaced him, and that's how he became who he is. And then Adam Carolla followed Jimmy Kimmel. And then that's how that happened. Why is that important?
We don't know.
Tell me about tomorrow. Now, this Betrayed is going to be there. Now, when you were doing your parts for that, when you were doing this, I mean, did you realize that you were hitting the marks? And was it as an actress?
As an actress, this character has Well, it was an out-of-body experience for me, just going through what I go through as Marie.
Yeah, just real quick. She does play somebody who gets kidnapped.
Right.
And taken by a human trafficking
Well,
crime
I fight human trafficking.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yes. Oh, I remember. We talked about it actually after the last show because I was telling you about the stuff that made me want to make this movie was the stuff that we heard at our church.
Yes.
And I was like, no, we got to do something.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have to do something. I mean, this movie's about it. And, we can, I don't know what we can do, but, I've been fighting this stuff for 10 years.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, before the superstars, Kutcher. Kutcher and,
Kutcher has been really diligent, though. I really appreciate all that work.
He has got the starlight to do it. We can walk into Congress or any senator in Washington D.C. and knock on the door and say, "Oh yeah, come on in."
To talk.
Yeah, right. So that, he's got that limelight to be able to do that. But that's definitely. So how did you come at that? Obviously, I mean,
at first,
how do you do a human trafficking victim and ever being a victim of human trafficking?
Well, it was very difficult. At first, when Harley was writing the script, I was sitting there listening to all of this, and I do this thing where, as an actress, I'd like to feel what people are feeling in the moment to kind of just get an idea of how things are supposed to be played out. I heard of what she was going through, and I just kept pulling away from her because
it's painful.
Yeah,
it's painful.
Right,
Yeah, just talking about it makes me a little. Yeah, but in the end, I saw that this is so much more bigger than what I had even thought at the beginning.
Right.
And it was harder for me to let her go than it was for me to accept her.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Which is so crazy because I was so scared of just the uncertainty of knowing what I'm going to have to go through and what I have to pull out of myself to get there, but also at the same time what I have to bring back into myself.
Did you do a lot of research? Or you one of those research kind of actors?
I'll say that was a little scary sometimes. I would come home and I would run and have an errand and come home after the kids were in bed, and she would be sitting around research videos and I'd be like, "Hey, babe, are you okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's impossible.
Oh my god!
Look,
I'm just gonna leave her alone for a little bit.
I was on Van Nuys Sepulveda Boulevard in Nordhoff, and I was scoping out pimps, because pimps are the end of human trafficking on the street. They're the last human trafficker of the line of human traffickers.
Yeah.
And we brought down this other area that had been 100-year perpetual problem, and brought it down and cleaned it up in 5 years. So I moved over to another area that was a 80-year perpetual problem in the San Fernando Valley of pimping, prostitution, illegal sex acts on the street, that kind of stuff, which is now commonly understood as human trafficking.
Yeah.
Part of it, just a part of it. It's only one facet of the human trafficking world.
There's so much.
But it's the one that we attacked because it was right there.
Yeah.
It was right there in our neighborhoods.
Yep.
And so that's the one we attacked. And so I was staking out these pimps on Sepulveda and Nordhoff in the San Fernando Valley. And anybody who knows the area knows that area. For those of you outside, that's a suburb of Los Angeles and Hollywood, San Fernando Valley. So I followed this pimp. They're all on bicycles because they don't want their car and their cash to get busted. If they get busted, they want to keep the car and the cash. So and it's easier to get away on a bicycle than it is in a brand new car. So he has a spastic attack every now and then. That's okay.
I thought he was fishing.
So that's essentially what I was doing. Is I was fishing that night, right?
Yep.
So I called the human trafficking task force of the LAPD because I saw this guy had like a 12 or 13 or 14-year-old. So I called him. I got it all on video and everything. And I called him, and my buddy, the copper, he said, "Man, we're staking out this other place." I said, "Okay, where you at?" And he goes, well, we're right down the street and around the corner, essentially around the corner. So I got as much information from there, videotaped it all with my little camera, and then went around the corner. And when I got around the corner, all of a sudden, this guy on the bicycle comes running with his bicycle fast around the corner, right? I almost run him over. Kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
And the cops are running after him. Okay, so apparently they sent a unit out there to see what was going on, and he got away. One cop was on foot, and one was in the car. And they're running after this guy, and they go down to this apartment complex. Guy darts into this apartment complex, shuts the door. Then there's a big, huge stakeout. He's got people in the apartment complex and the whole 9 yards. All night long, this thing is happening for this apartment complex.
Yeah.
And so I'm there the whole night. Because I'm a part of this now. So I'm there the whole night. They all know me because I was around before they did that. Essentially. Okay, long story short, get to the end right now. So they bust the guy that I saw on Sepulveda and Nordhoff.
And they freed the girl, I hope.
Oh, they got the girl on Sepulveda and Nordhoff. They got that girl. Okay, but she was about 13 or 14. I found out later she was. They're all 13 and 14. That's the average age, boys and girls. Okay, so they bust her. They bust him, grab the girl, and then they chase him to there. So they get him out. He comes out. They drag him out. SWAT goes in there. They drag him out. They pull out 7 girls and 3 boys from this 2-bedroom apartment that were incarcerated in chains and ropes. And some of them were, drugged up. Some of them were beat up. And the average age was 12 to 14. This guy had a regular harem of human trafficking flowing through this apartment complex onto that street.
The scary thing is that there are men who are supposed to be providers and protectors and pastors, however you want to look at that, in their own homes, out there wanting to be with somebody who's 12 to 14 years old. That's not...
No, it isn't.
I mean, that we can't have that.
So when you're out there and you see it in real life and you're a part of it, because I busted down pimps. I mean, I've saved half a dozen, 8, 10 girls myself and boys, little boys, because they're just as much as a victim as anybody else in that arena here in Los Angeles at epidemic levels because of the internet. But when you participate in that in a real way, you think you got affected now.
I know.
I mean, it becomes a lifelong thing, a journey, because how can anybody hurt a little guy or a little girl? Come on.
You're supposed to be their defender.
Come on. It's not. So Betrayed is about this.
Yeah, I mean, what I wanted to do with the film is I wanted to take it to people's doorsteps. I didn't want it to be a problem over there with people that look like that and people who are, because it's easier to pretend that it's over there.
Right.
I want to stick it in your backyard.
We Americans do that well.
We're
expert.
World champions.
It's over there.
Yes. Yeah. So we don't really have to worry about it because it's not at our doorstep.
Right.
And somebody else will handle that.
It used to be different here, though. I don't know. You're an immigrant to the country, right? Citizenship. When you were growing up, did you grow your youth here in America? Or
no, in Sweden.
In Sweden. So how old were you when you came to America?
24.
Okay, so you've been here sufficiently long enough. You've seen the change culturally.
Oh, for sure.
In the American way of reaction to certain things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 58. I've been here for 56 of my 58 years in Los Angeles, 2 in Chicago. But here's the point: people used to care. Yeah. Now, whether or not they really cared or they didn't care, but at least society tabooed itself and cared. A man used to, if a woman was being beat up on the street, a man would
run and stop it.
A man would stop, and then another guy would come out, and another guy from another store would come out. But that's not anymore.
We've been told to mind our own business to the point, and we don't give two about things. Like, that's just how we've been.
Right.
We're desensitized because internet shows people cutting people's heads off.
I know.
So now when somebody gets hit, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Which is in the wrong direction. It should all bother us. Nobody should be taken advantage of, and nobody should be threatened. Like, these are things that we, and I might sound sexist, but especially as men, we need to stand up against this, especially to the men or so-called men that actually feed this monster.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because they can't protect themselves.
No.
You know, and it's in the schools.
Yeah.
And it's in elementary schools, and it's in the middle schools and the high schools. I mean, churches, it's in sports enterprises.
Yeah.
I don't understand. The one thing I don't understand, I do not get how somebody who's 49 years old, 63 years old, wants to have relations of that nature with somebody who's 12. I don't get it. It doesn't register to me. It doesn't. It never did.
The crazy thing is how do you even figure out what to do with that? Like, does that ever go away? Is that something we can live with in society? Like, these are huge questions, scary questions that we have to grab and we have to poke at them. Yeah. As uncomfortable as it is, we have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to talk about it.
And this film that's being played tonight, premiering here tomorrow here in Los Angeles. What time?
Yeah, so tomorrow night the showtime is 7:30 p.m. We have the red carpet beginning at 6:30, and I mean, if you want to come and get a glimpse on the red carpet, absolutely come down, take some pictures.
We're going to be broadcasting live.
Yeah,
we're going to be live there and have a good time.
Great event. Yeah,
and do our thing there. But is it going to be upstairs in the Chinese or in the main theater?
It's going to be upstairs in the Chinese.
That's through the corridor. And
yes, because with the crowd, we needed that big lobby,
right?
And to be honest with you, the fact that they have drinks and stuff, there,
they do, right?
And
it's a great place
for the step and repeat, so that we get some room, and we're setting up a couple of easels because we have so much media coming that we're trying to figure out a couple of extra stations. So that's going to be. Going to be great. It's going to be fun, though. And I'll tell you, so many great performances on that screen on both sides of the camera. I am really excited. And I think I said this today because we just got the 4 new nominations this morning.
So where do they come from? What was that about?
It's called Top Indie Film
That's
Festival.
A good one. That's a good one.
It's a IMDb credited festival. And Katie won Best Actress already for this film. John Savage won a big one in London at the Aphrodite Gold Movie Awards, which I believe is BAFTA qualified, which is like the British Oscars that we're now qualified for. I won Best Producer, film won Best Film. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this, man?
That's the crazy part. So 3 years and 1 month ago, I had never made a movie.
Wait a minute. You said 30 years and 2 months ago?
3.
Wait a minute. You said 33 years and 2 months ago? No, three. Did you say? Did he say 3 years?
He said 3.
3 years.
He said 3.
How long have you guys been together?
It'll be 6 years.
7
years? Is it? No.
6-year wedding anniversary.
Wait a minute.
The wedding anniversary is 6 years.
She said how long you've been together.
Oh, all right. Well, we've been.
Got you.
So
yeah, okay.
So what was he doing before 3 years ago?
He was working for the YMCA.
YMCA.
That's what I did all day.
I'm
so exhausted. I don't want to do that. I'm so tired of doing it. No,
I'm
great
going
organization.
to make you do that tomorrow night with me.
It's a great organization.
You don't understand.
They actually stand for really good stuff.
Right. I'm going to be the Indian. Okay. All right.
I'm hoping
YMCA. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
And I was back then training, coaching fighters, and
so you were coaching. You were doing that, right?
Yeah, and I've been doing TV for WXC. I do the commentary and the hosting
for the fights.
It's on UFC Fight Pass.
I do fights too.
Oh, really?
We ought to do that together.
That would be fun.
You know, I'll do the call. You do the color.
Yeah, I mean, either which way.
Because you fought.
It'd be fun.
You fought in the ring. Mm-hmm. I mean, I fought in the street. Yes.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes, it did.
But I mean that'd be great. I right now I do still commentary for WXC on UFC Fight Pass. If you want to see great fights, hop on UFC Fight Pass. Look up WXC fights. Phenomenal fights. Right, phenomenal. Nice. Great. The matchmaker is bar none I've ever worked with. Yeah,
MMA or
it's all MMA. All MMA. We don't do any other fights in the cage. All mixed martial arts, mostly professional. UFC only takes Fight Pass only takes professional fights.
Right.
So the ones that we showcase there, but on our website and on YouTube we have some of the amateur fights. But that matchmaker, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I've walked in and looked at a card and I literally go through 10 fights and I'm like, I'm not even sure of one person who's going to win.
So you're like the Joe Rogan of Detroit.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Michigan,
I'll take that title. I love Joe Rogan. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Great to listen to.
Great to listen to,
He's Oprah for guys.
Yeah, he really is.
Isn't he?
Yeah, especially when he's getting high with Elon Musk. I mean,
did you see the stock go woo?
Yeah. Just like Elon Musk was.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's crazy. But why movies 3 years ago? What were you like walking down the desert one day and you had an epiphany, a bolt of lightning? Is that what hit him?
Worse.
I mean, what happened? Really?
Yeah, we are sitting on a set and we find out a radio show that they cut the Michigan film incentives. And I just started getting into some bigger films, and I'm sitting on set with my scene partner Walbert, who's just landed here today for the premiere. But and I said, who's going to make sure that anything of quality comes out of Michigan? Because before the incentives, we had nothing much going on.
No.
And our indie film, unfortunately, really fell apart during the incentives because you can't hire anyone because they're all working on the big projects.
Right.
So it was incredibly expensive to make films back then. So now, we have really talented people that we can hire, and that kind of brings it in. But that was what started it. I was worried about, is anything of quality that actually goes somewhere going to be made in Michigan?
So what was your first film? Was it a short? What was it?
I did 2 short films and then a feature film, and then I went to film school.
Oh, you did go to film school?
Yeah, I went online.
You went like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, in all honesty, I was like, why doesn't this look like it's supposed to look? Like it's good, but it's not.
What's the camera angle? Where's the adjustments on the camera? Right, they're starting to talk all this lingo to you, and it's like, oh, that's...
Well, I didn't understand blocking. I didn't understand 180s. I didn't understand framing, and I didn't understand editing seams. All these things were just completely foreign to me. And wherever the cinematographer set up, he set up, and I wasn't really. I mean, it looks good to me.
There was no suggestions you could make, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had an idea, but still an idea. It's just I think. And today, I mean, I went to Rocket Jump, which is a great film school online, but you can do it online. You can do it at your
you don't
house.
Have to
you
go
don't have to go places. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg for film school.
That's the thing about the technology today. You young filmmakers, they can do so much and get so much experience. I mean, just even with the 5G cell phones. I mean, you can just it's unbelievable, and then you can distribute on online yourself through YouTube, through iTunes.
Distributor now allows you pretty much to. If somebody doesn't believe in you and
do it yourself,
and you believe it, then go get it
and
out
go
there
make another one.
Yeah,
and you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just basic lighting.
Eventually, though,
you do.
You're gonna, I mean, because I know our budget goes.
Of course,
because you want to do better. You want to take the next step.
Well,
I mean,
John Savage ain't cheap.
No, but John Savage, I will say this. He's iconic in this performance, and that's why he won the. But what I was going to say is we have
I can't wait to see it.
3 best actresses already now been awarded: best producer, best director, best film. We just won or got nominated today, best music and best musical score. So really phenomenal. Like movies getting noticed in so many different ways. The fact that 3 different festivals has picked. 3 different actors as their favorite, I see that as a huge compliment.
Oh, because, come on. You can't pick one, you got to pick 3.
Yeah.
Right? I'd like to play that Betrayed one more time before we split.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, so
if you want to really
get the Mighty Mo going, the momentum is going.
If you want to get really, I mean, I know we're talking about that today, but we have a brand new trailer, right?
Well, let's see it.
Agramant's Gate.
I know. Now that's with Lorraine
Landon and Jan Birch. Oh my God, both of them.
I know.
Breathtaking.
Agramant's Gate with the weird eye.
Yeah.
The scar.
You know how many people that know me didn't recognize me?
Yeah.
They watched the whole trailer and
it
was like, because I say one of the last lines in the thing, and they're that was you.
Let's watch that.
Yeah. We can do that.
How do you spell it, or what?
Agramant.
We're gonna watch. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
You're dead, man.
You're going to get me killed here. You know that.
Sorry, I just thought that this is brand new. So your viewer is going to get a very early crack at
I like that. You remember I told you sometimes I'm running down the street after the show? He's chasing me.
Agramant's Gate.
So let me ask you, I mean, 3 years ago, Katie, he pops in and he drops the bomb. He goes, I'm going to make films, right? What was your reaction to that?
That's really funny because I've been thinking about that lately. Well, we had conversations about this previously, just about like, oh, it would be kind of nice to make a step in this because we both wanted to pursue acting. But then he came home one day and was like, hey, I want to make movies. And I'm like, well, it looks like we're at a place that we can actually like take a whack at it.
Right.
And I'm all about pursuing your dreams.
Right.
So I guess let's do it.
Yeah.
So she's like gung ho, man.
You know what? She's amazingly supportive.
Like
yeah. Oh,
and
absolutely.
It's good to have a partner like that.
Yeah.
It's good to have that because if somebody's not on the same page and down for it, I mean, it ain't gonna happen.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing because I did not expect take a swing at your dreams. I was like, okay.
Right.
You know,
but you understood that language because you've been taking a swing at a lot of people your whole life, right? So it's just awesome to be at that place, and then to partner up on film and life and kids and everything. So it's like being best friends, you got a whole
partners,
family,
and everything.
Man, you got a whole family action going on here, guys. This guy's got young.
I mean, look at the crew, the people around me. You have Nancy Oswine is my producer / co-producer,
right?
And she's amazing. And she started with us in special effects makeup, and she's now a huge part of the team.
Right.
She's a writer. She wrote Bennett's Song. Her daughter.
Bennett's Song. Let me tell you something. Guys, you got to see his movie, Bennett's Song. That is a movie that will last with you forever. It's one of those kind of movies like Brian's Song was when I was 9 years old, right? It's one of those kind of movies. It doesn't have anything to do with athletics, but it is one of those kind of movies that
touches your heart.
It goes beyond that.
Yeah.
You'll remember. When I saw that the last time you were here, and then I looked it up, and Big Joe said, look at. I said, oh man, that is it. That's a great movie. You ought to redo that or re-release it someday.
Do you want to? It just came out. So August 14th. It had full release through Vision. It's everywhere.
Bennett's Song, guys.
Bennett's Song. Yeah, we just got written up in the Washington Post on it.
It is a great film.
It was amazing. But it's done really, really well. I know right now they're working on some form of network run for the film, so that's going to be cool. And you heard it here first. We start shooting the sequel November 1st.
Get out of here.
The holiday sequel, man.
Man, folks, if you get out there and see that movie, Bennett's Song, it's a great movie. And then you got these two thrillers, you got this crazy thing you did, this crazy thing where Lorena Landon, she's going like a wild, crazy person. She told me that
she's going to win awards.
She told me that she was out of her mind with this.
Oh, it's an out-of-body experience. She was so amazing, and the way she just gives herself to the art.
She does that.
We have a scene where she shows up at the doorstep and essentially collapses into her son's arms, and I watched it and I go standing on the director's monitor and having your breath taken away.
Right. Absolutely.
I was like, what are you doing? And we were all looking at each other. And did you see?
Yeah.
I just goosebumped.
Yeah, I like that.
Her and Jan both, amazing performances. Amazing.
So tell me about what is this about, though? Give me just a quick little synopsis.
Quick synopsis.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, so this is essentially, I wanted to do a horror movie that had a great story. Okay. So the son has demons in his past, and essentially what happened is they had a seance at a housewarming party, and here comes Daddy. Well, Daddy killed.
Daddy wasn't so nice.
No, he almost killed his mom.
Are you in the film?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got you.
Let's take a peek.
Let's do this. What's the name of it?
Agramon's Gate.
Agramon's Gate. Check it out, guys.
She is here.
Things are about to get interesting.
Can you talk to family members? We could do a seance.
I'm honestly not a big fan of this kind of thing.
Spirit, oh spirit, who are here to see family and friends. Anyone else a daddy? Hey, that's you.
Shh.
Your father, was he a bad man?
You could say that. He tried to kill my mom and me. One night when he was strangling her, I shot him with his own gun. She's been in a mental institution ever since.
It'll be different this time.
What was that?
Something pushed through.
Like a spirit?
What was that?
This didn't just happen to Richie. This happened to all of us.
You're all gonna die!
Whatever it was stronger than anything I've ever felt before.
He is him! Him is he!
I think I know who it is.
Trust me when I say this. His soul is up for grabs.
His name is... Oh my God! Agramon.
You alright? Look like you've seen a ghost.
Man, you know, what are you doing to me? I'm just not going to be able to go out at night now. I mean,
we're doing a replay.
Scare the pants off of me.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty scary affair for sure.
So this is,
but it has a story.
This is the new one coming out.
That's one. Yeah, this
and
one
we have Bennett's
early
song
next year.
that's out now, and you got Bennett's song 2 coming out. You're going to do it.
Abstruse and Enigma are two of my older films, or not older.
You're redoing them?
No, we're getting them finally out for distribution.
Finally. Yeah, okay.
And we have Netflix.
So you got somebody who believes in you.
We have the Redbox meetings next week.
Nice.
So I'm really excited because it sounds very, very promising.
And tomorrow night at the Chinese Theater at 7:30, and you can come down and get some autographs, take some paparazzi pictures of the stars, and they'll let you in free. It doesn't cost anything to go in there, but if you, I think the house is packed. Yeah. So I don't think there's a ticket available.
No,
but I'll sell you my ticket for $25 because I'm always looking to make $25 from someplace. You know?
Yeah, right.
You don't realize I ask everybody for $25.
Be careful. It's very possible that somebody will take you up on that.
I know, absolutely right. And
can we get 10 tickets?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, leave. Yeah,
he just fixed his car.
Yeah. No, I got some gas, so I don't have to walk home. Right. Okay. So, Betrayed tomorrow. And it's winning all kinds of awards, and it's just busting out here in Hollywood. It's premiered in other places, but this is the place to premiere something.
It has premiered only at festivals,
right?
Not had an official premiere yet.
So this is it.
Absolutely, this is it.
And it's a packed house at 7:30 Chinese tomorrow. Come out, check it out. What more can I say? I mean, great stuff, man. Great stuff. 3 years ago, huh?
Yeah,
just 3 years ago. That blows my mind.
Yeah. Some people don't really like hearing that because it makes them mad. Yeah, but there's some people that get mad because they're like, you don't belong, you haven't paid your dues, you haven't this, you haven't that. No. And I'm like, I paid my dues everywhere else in life.
Hey man, I've been hit in the face enough to pay my dues.
Right? But everybody doesn't have to take the same road.
Right.
You can come there many different ways.
No, look at man. You got to get yourself a $50 million budget, okay, somewhere. Mm-hmm. Would somebody please give him a $50 million budget? Because
I promise you this, I'll blow your mind with 20. I'll blow your mind with 20.
Give him $20 million. I want to sell you a house, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have a whole real estate and loan company.
Let's do that.
So you get a $20 million budget. You're going to have a house in Michigan, a house in...
No, see, the money has to go into the film. I know I'm such a purist.
Okay, lay off at least $1 million. $1 million bucks just for a house.
I want to make something that makes you sit in a seat in a movie theater and you just lost 2 hours of your life. Man, you're in that movie and you just walk out there and you're like, wow.
Mom, I call my wife Mama T. Mm-hmm. Hey.
Mama W.
Mama W. Mama W. I'll get a big house. Okay, don't worry. I'll work on it. I'll keep working. Hey, tomorrow, Betrayed. Chinese, man. The Chinese, be there 7:30. Thanks. Bada bing, bada boom. The Brown Beauty's off duty. See ya. $25. $25. That's all I need. Just please.
Right. Oh. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right.